Matt from Thermotek. We're a UPVC window company based in Dandenong and trade partners with Dahlsens. Yeah, the big thing we've seen at the moment is the changes in legislation regarding room size and glass to room ratios. We're seeing that a lot of bigger builds now are really struggling to meet the demands that they need a bigger window for a big open area. UPVC and the energy ratings we can do on these, UVs and SHGC values, allow for a really good solution for builders. Have you seen it before?
No.
You haven't seen it before? No? All right, the biggest thing, let me go through this one. The biggest thing with UPVC, and you're seeing on the market today, is what the system actually does. UPVC is very unique as a material. It's a non-thermoconductive material, which means unlike aluminium, it doesn't need a thermal break to stop that transfer of heat or cold coming through it. The actual unit itself stops that. So what we do is we combine a good high-performance material with a high-performing glass and a really high-performing unique air sealing system, an overlapping air system, which gives you that high energy efficient system you're looking for. We can get UVs down to 1.8. We've even done UV down to 0.9 before, so we can get some really high achievement. The other thing that makes UPVC very unique is we don't use a coupling unit, and we don't have to use a coupling unit. We actually thermally bond. So all of our systems you see here actually have a thermally welded joint in there. So we don't use a coupling like aluminium where they have a metal bracket that comes in and screwed together. Two advantages. One, it makes a stronger joint in there. The actual joint and the polymers in UPVC, when they're welded, they actually bind tighter and combine tighter than the actual material itself. So what that means is that strength of that joint is actually stronger than the material itself. So if we do have a breakage or anything like that, 9 times out of 10, it's going to break through the frame before it ever breaks through that weld. It's incredibly strong. All of our window systems, whether it being an awning, a casement, a tilt and turn, all use a dual overlap system. So you have a back lap and a front lap, and actually seal that in. This is a tilt and turn window, which you would have seen around in Europe. Comes in, allows airflow circulation to the top. So any air that comes inside the house, circulates with the hot air and circulates back through. Yeah, and it comes in that way. Yes, it can. Yeah, the configuration go left or right depending on what it needs to be. Yep. All of our screens as well. We make all of our fire screens in Dandenong as well. All of our screens, unlike a normal screen system, uses an external frame that they actually clip in, an external frame that they have. All of our screens are actually welded in, so they actually have a smooth finish in there, so you're not getting a big, bulgy, ugly attachment of a frame. Yes, so because we make all of our own screens, we're a Bell 40 tested screen manufacturer, so we make all of our screens as well. We have retractable screens, so depending on what you need there, if you've got a retractable screen, we make them. We also have various systems. So we have a normal aluminium window system. We'll have a screw fix through the actual frame here. Our system we have that's available, it's actually a face fit fin system. So what it does is that comes on the actual frames themselves. You screw that in, so you obviously square it up that you need. Screws that in, then you get a nice tape seal over there to seal that up with your membranes that you've got. So it gives you a really nice, and because that is made of UPVC, not aluminium, gives you not creating a thermal bridge between that and your frame. The other thing that's happening a lot in the changes in code is DDA compliance. I know getting a DDA threshold is really hard at the moment for a lot of builders. This is our low threshold that we have. So you use as an aluminium low threshold with the weep holes here coming out. Any of the weep holes are actually in the unit there to allow water movement to come through the frame or anything that goes in there. As you see with this, because it uses a dual magnet, as the threshold closes up, the magnets push up, come up underneath with seal, which gives you that dual sealing in there. And again, allows you low threshold with an internal clip. This clips off, your flooring comes in there, you clip that in, so your flooring will finish there. Gives you that nice threshold with a UPVC entry frame. We're about 35 different configurations. We have a brochure on that which we'll give to the guys that show the different configurations and entry that you can have, all different glass levels, everything. Yeah. The reason why we guys on site is 2 things. One, lift that up. The systems glaze are very heavy because we have a steel membrane that goes inside the unit, so there's a lot of weight in that. Yeah, fully glazed. You see, there is a lot of weight in that. So, one, with site glazing, because we reveal everything as well, comes out fully revealed, it's easy for the builders to move it on site. Second reason why we site glaze is because when we're glazing it, because it's a clip-in bead system, we take the assurance to make sure, one, that the glass is in correctly, it hasn't moved in transport, and two, we do all the adjustments on site too. So we make sure the hinges are working, all the tilt and turn mechanisms are working, your rollers are working, making sure everything's working so that when we leave at glazing stage, at lock-up stage, we know the frames are working 100%, gives the builder reassurance that they've got a good quality product before having to come down the track and go, oh, okay, now can you come back and fix everything when it's too late? Yeah. So because we make everything here in Australia, and also we only use Viridian and AGG, both Australian known and two glass companies we use, gives us the reassurance that no matter where the job is, whether it be down here, ACT, Sydney, Bairnsdale, Ballarat, we know that there's a local supplier nearby that we can get glass replacement need be. We're not waiting for a shipment to come overseas or anything like that. Australian made, we've got that reassurance where we can fix it.
Probably talking a matter of a couple of days, wouldn't you?
A couple of days we normally get it done. It's literally just place an order, get it manufactured, and they'll be out there. We have our full service team as well. They will work with your on-site guys for the first couple of jobs. Just training them up on how it works, the little tricks and bits. Even though it installs the same as aluminium, it's just some little things here or there, just so that they're aware of how it installs, and then they become advocates. They know how it works, you know what I mean?